What's up guys, it's the Carp here. This is the first video on this new YouTube channel, and this channel is going to be mostly career mode, and we're just going to start off with Real Madrid, team that I support. Should be pretty easy, but ideally I'm going to do maybe 4, 5, 6 or more episodes of this if you guys are enjoying it, and then after that I'll put up a straw poll or a YouTube, put a poll in the comments or something like that, and we can decide a new team to manage. Got a lot of ideas. Obviously AC Milan's always a favorite. Can manage some team in the championship, maybe someone in second division of Spain, something like that. Inter Milan even. But we'll just start off with Real Madrid and see how things go. So I just accepted that one because it's the hardest preseason. I don't really care about the preseason too much, and I'm just going to delete all of these. I'll have a look at that myself. Okay, so obviously I've got a pretty good idea of what the squad is like, being a Real Madrid fan. These are the updated squads. It looks like the ratings are the same as they were. I think Carvajal is higher actually, so that's good. It looks like Carvajal got some higher stats there. And we're gonna keep Varane in there, Modric, Rodriguez, and Cruz in the middle. That's good. Benzema up top. Good with that. Looks like Isco's a center mid instead of a cam in this. That should be alright. Casemiro scored a banger today, but he's not going to start for us. Let's see who else we got. Mariano, not sure what he is originally, but 74 rated is decent. We'll put him not on the bench because we have Morata. Going to put Asensio in for Kovacic for the start. And Vasquez in for Casilla. Not really too concerned about having a backup keeper. Fernandez, Nacho Fernandez there. Definitely not 80 rated originally, so that's good. But we are going to put Danilo in so that we have an outside back on the bench. You know what? Pepe's actually going to start, 88 rated. That is quite a bit better than Varane. Varane will definitely get some sub appearances though. Definitely get some cup appearances and whatnot. So that's the starting lineup and bench we're going to go with. And these friendlies I'm just going to simulate real quick. Not really pay too much attention to them, don't really need the money. And this is going to be a simulated career mode, which you don't see a lot of on YouTube, but I think it should be interesting. I've always wanted to start a simulated career mode, and so finally getting along to that. Definitely I'd be interested in watching them, but not many people do them. And okay, so we're at a negative 2.3 million profit right now. Let's go look at the expectations. There might be something about that. I doubt it. Yeah. Profit. Oh, okay. Profit margin of 82.5 million. Wow. That's haven't played career mode in a while, but I think that is doable. We should be getting lots of profit by winning trophies and stuff like that. And then win the league, win the cup. Obviously, qualify for the Champions League. This is the first season I didn't put in the Champions League fixtures, so we will have to qualify for the Champions League in order to play next season. And then within 2 seasons, win the Champions League, definitely doable. Gain 220 million earnings from shirt sales, easily doable. Wow, $396 million through media earnings. 3 seasons though, that's pretty doable as well. Alright, 4 youth players to the senior team in the same season they were scouted. Play them in 20 matches. Probably not going to do that. It's not going to be, I mean, it says high priority, but it's really not as high as success in league and stuff like that. So we're just going to ignore that. Sign at least 3 players younger than 20 years old with potential higher than the average overall rate. Okay, so that one we could do. We'll see. I'm not too concerned about that either. We're going to go ahead and clear off this. And then we've got Spain, Germany, Italy. We want a scout in France. Alright, there's that. And then we want England, of course, as well. And that should be good. Not really going to do any scouting in the first season because I kind of know who I want if I'm going to buy anyone. But next season we might look for some contract expiries and stuff like that. We've got 109 million budget with pretty high wage budget. Should be able to get a couple of decent players for that. Alright, so yeah, it's more like 120 million. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and go in for You know what? We'll just play the first couple matches. We'll see if we get any transfer offers in. Don't want to mess too much with transfers this season. Well, this video rather. Don't want to bore you guys too much with that. But normally I do go through and make like a pretty big transfer list. I usually like to have 24 players in the squad, 24 or 25, usually 2 in every position, and then a few extra. Decent 4-1 win there against Liverpool. Love that. Should see us through to the next round of this tournament. We're just going to start the same lineup against Columbus Crew. Wouldn't be surprised if we lost this one, given it's away, technically. Alright, we got the 2-1 win. That's decent as well, and that'll definitely see us through the next round. And because I don't feel like dealing with the team, we're just going to go in here and simulate it in the calendar, so that it'll rotate the players around a little bit. Again, I'm not really too concerned about the preseason. 5-0 win, decent. We'll just keep on going against Roma. Alright, no draw. Guess we went through on penalties in there. Alright, 9 messages. Probably got some transfer offers in here. Decent prize money. Yeah, international management. Okay, so Keylor Navas is not for sale. Actually, we'll try and go ahead and bring in a decent. Well, I say decent. Keylor Navas is decent. We'll try and bring in a top keeper this season. If we can get 48 million for him, which I feel like we can, then we'll sell him on and go for someone. Might even just go for De Gea. I know it's typical, and I know we were like after him just, last season, but he is a good player. Especially he's like 90 rated on this game, I think. Maybe a little bit higher in this career mode. Alright, Mateo Kovacic is not for sale. So we're going to go ahead and reject all offers for him. And then Napoli, okay, they don't believe that he's worth that much. That's interesting. Okay. You know what, we're actually going to go in for De Gea now. We're going to see if we can swap Keylor Navas for him. So, David De Gea, that's not a G. Alright, there we go. Yep, 90 rated, 75 million. He's obviously going to sell for more than that, but we can afford him. We're Real Madrid, so we're going to go in for 70 million plus Keylor Navas. We'll see if they accept that. Not really too sure who else I want. I either want De Gea in or I want a top quality striker. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not willing to pay more than 100 million for De Gea though, so if they come back and want more than 100 million, then we will look for a striker. Midfield I'm perfectly fine with. We've got plenty of depth there. And we'll go ahead and simulate this. Didn't see if this was the semis final or the final, but anyways, 3-1 win there, even with the red card. Okay, so tournament prize money. Alright, so I guess that was a final. There we go, first trophy, technically, of the club. Win the cup, woo, plus 10, that's a lot. A lot of those coins there. Okay, 96 million. That is definitely doable, especially because they're not going to actually want that much. They should accept something around the range of 86 million plus Keylor Navas. And it's looking like we are going to be able to get him in. And on that note, I'm going to go and clear out the transfer list now that the preseason's over. Still got about 8 minutes into the video. Go ahead and finish this part so that I won't leave you guys hanging. Alright, so Keylor Navas we're trying to get rid of. Garcia is going to stay in as the reserve keeper. And we only need 2 keepers at the club, so I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on the transfer list. Nacho Fernandez definitely staying in. Reinhardt, we'll see. Pepe is definitely staying in. Ramos is staying in. Varane is staying in. So we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, I guess we're going to keep him. So there we go, we got 5 center backs. And then Llorente and Vallejo will come back from loan next season. Vallejo should develop pretty nicely. He usually does. Left backs, we're going to go ahead and keep in Contral as the reserve left back, and Marcelo with his rating boost this FIFA, I'm perfectly okay with keeping him in the squad. Don't need somebody like David Alaba. And then Danilo, even though he did get downgraded a little bit, we've got Carvajal there as the starting right back. So Hakimi we can't sell, and he's got decent potential, so I guess we'll keep him on. Asensio is going to be our reserve cam. Rodriguez is going to be our starting cam. Odegaard is loaned out. Good stuff. And then we have Casemiro, Isco, Kovacic, Cruz, Llorente is loaned out, and Modric. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 central players. We'll go ahead and keep Pibas. And then on forwards. So up front we have Morata, who recently joined, so don't need to bother putting him on the disallowed transfers list. Benzema we're going to keep for now. Mariano, I guess he can stick around. Bale, definitely. Obviously, Bale and Ronaldo are staying. Mariano, no, that's Sergio Diaz, even. I guess we'll put him on the one-year loan list. He could develop into a good player. Then Vasquez is going to be our reserve left wing. And Enzo Fernandez is going to be our reserve left wing. Okay, so now that all that nonsense is dealt with, we just gotta wait for the transfer offers, and we should probably start training as well. Almost forgot about that. Kinda did forget about that. Could have been helpful. Let's see, who do we want to train? Not too sure. We will go ahead and train Asensio. He's 82 rated already, but he does have potential to go higher, and he's definitely a player that I'm going to want starting in the near future. I mean, he's only 20 years old. Should develop into a pretty good player. We'll just go ahead and put all the training sessions on him. I would train Odegaard, but he's on loan. I guess Phoebus we could train, but he's really just in there as a backup. I don't see him developing into a world beater. And then Kovacic is going to get the next round of training. Get him just the important ones. What do we want? Yeah, we'll have that. Get him some stamina. Alright, so there's the first training session. And alright, decent. So we finished the preseason, we sorted out the transfer list, we're in for De Gea. Go ahead and try to complete that before the end of this episode. And this career mode ideally is going to be daily, so you should be getting another one of these tomorrow if things work out. And we'll continue there. But otherwise, as soon as we get De Gea, that'll be the end of this episode, which should be coming up. Come on, De Gea, accept the contract. You know you want to be at Real Madrid. Go ahead and train the players again. Nothing's going to improve yet, but definitely should be some big improvements. I'm hoping for Asensio to be up to 85, 86 rated this season. And Kovacic, we'll see about him too. Could be, I don't know, 83, 84 rated, depending on how things go. And there it is. De Gea has accepted the offer. Sergio Diaz is going out on loan. Good stuff. And there it is. David De Gea, Real Madrid player. Keylor Navas on the way out, but 90 rated, 25 years old. Going to be our starting keeper for the rest of this career mode, however long it lasts. So if you guys have any suggestions for clubs that you would like to see a career mode on, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.